Namaskar. I welcome you all to this session of an understanding of Sattriya Dance. Sattriya Dance is one of the finest expressions of Indian dance tradition. When we speak about this dance tradition, we have to go back to 15th century Assam, when the great saint poet Srimanta Shankardev introduced this art form as a medium to preach the new Vaishnava faith amidst the people of Assam. To reach out to people, this visionary poet used the medium of visual aesthetics, and he devised an art form which was a combination of music, dance and theatre, known as Ankya Bhavna. And since 15th century, this art tradition has been preserved, practiced and nourished in the Vaishnava monasteries known as Hotra. The Hotras were conceptualized by the saint poet himself. In these Hotras, throughout the years since 15th century, the monks residing in the monasteries have been practicing, preserving, developing and nourishing this entire art traditions. And since 15th century, it's only with the contribution of these great Hotras, these great Vaishnava monasteries, that the glory of Sattriya art tradition has spread all over. Each and every dance tradition again has its own technique, has its own way of putting expressions. In Sattriya too, we have our own technique, we have our own melodic and rhythmic structure, and at the same time, the repertoire of Sattriya consists of its own intricate footwork and hand gestures. One of the distinctive features of these intricate footwork and hand gestures is that, along with the sastric names, these entire terminologies have been given local names. The reason behind this is that since 15th century, it's been practiced orally without any written documentation, and the great monks have kept this thing in mind, that the journey of Sattriya is not limited only to 15th century. It has to traverse a long journey, and hence these local terminologies have been put forward. And indeed, these terminologies itself have given support in remembering, in memorizing, in popularizing this art tradition amidst the people. When we speak about the technique of this dance tradition, the first thing that comes to our mind is the basic stance. In Sattriya, the basic stance is known as Ora. Now, again in Sattriya, we have two basic stances, the Purushura and Prakriti Ora. Because the repertoire of Sattriya is divided into Purusha and Prakriti. What might be the reason behind this? Well, this dance tradition, as I said earlier, has emerged from the Ankya Bhavna, the theatre tradition. And hence, in theatre, we have both male and female characters. Since this dance has been developed keeping in view the male and female characters, the dance numbers incorporated in the Ankya Bhavna, hence the entire repertoire is divided into specific male and female numbers. right from the basic stance itself, the distinction between Purusha and Prakriti is maintained. This is Purushura. Now the distance of these two legs is the measurement of your own foot. Purushura and Prakritiora. There is a slight difference between Purushura and Prakritiora. The legs are moved towards the front. Now when the dancer starts with male dance numbers, he or she has to start with the Purushura, and when she or he starts with female dance numbers, the dancer is supposed to start with Prakritiora. Each and every dance style has its own basic alphabets. In Hotria, those basic alphabets are known as Matyakharas. When a disciple starts learning the Hotria dance, he or she is supposed to learn, supposed to have a grasp over these basic alphabets. The Matyakharas comprise some of the exercises which make the body eligible and at the same time flexible to take the later movements of the dance. Similarly, the Matyakharas also comprise of some of the basic movements which are later on elaborated, expanded in the dance numbers. In today's session, we'll try to show before you a glimpse of those Matyakharas. The first one is Harbhanga. The second one is Posalatula. The next is Panihisa.